Today we want to welcome back the seniors on set for the last time ever. We are going to be taking a look back at the TV4 students' freshman year selves and their highlights up until now.
We are so proud of all of your hard work, and we can't wait to see what you all accomplish in the future. Now let's take a look.
Hello, and welcome back to Let's Talk About It. Today's episode is bittersweet. This will be the last time on set together for this show.
Us three have all done TV for all 4 years of high school, and we have definitely grown a lot.
Let's go back to look at some of our clips from freshman year.
In freshman year, I did a new segment about marijuana and how it can be harmful to your health. I was on set with Sophia GC. This was my first show being on camera. Looking back at it now, it's funny to see how much we've changed over the years and how much I have learned from the past 4 years of TV. Now let's go take a look.
1 of every 5 teenagers smoked marijuana this past month.
People who use marijuana as teenagers are more likely to develop temporary psychosis, hallucinations, paranoia, and long-lasting mental disorders.
My freshman year, I made a music video to Break Your Heart by Tyler Cruz with Lauren. Let's go check it out.
My first time ever on set, me and Rocco discussed track and field, hot cocoa sales, the Devil vs. Rangers games, and the weather forecast. I remember how nervous I was to record for the first time, and looking back, it's crazy how much I've learned in TV and how much more comfortable I've became on set.
First up is the Wayne Hills High School cross-country team led by coaches Staggers and Russo. They've gotten very far in their season, and hopefully they get much farther.
Looking back at those videos, I feel like we all just look really different, honestly, and it's weird to see how long we've really been in TV class together.
Our sophomore year was when we first started our show, Let's Talk About It. And since then, we have made many episodes. It's sad to end the show, but it is so nice looking back at all of our work and the memories we made.
Let's look at a recap of our show through the years.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Hi, I'm Liz Weiss.
I'm Brooke Goodstaff.
And I'm Evelyn Cooley.
And this is our final season of Let's Talk About It. Here is seeing all the new faces in the halls. I think it's so nice seeing everyone we haven't seen over summer.
Top 5 makeup and skincare products.
Talk about it. I'm Liz Weiss, and today I'm here with Brooke Goodstaff.
And this is Let's Talk About It.
That's a wrap on Let's Talk About It.
I won't forget all of our great times together on set.
Thanks for watching Let's Talk About It.
Welcome back to the final time me and Luke will be on set together. So we're going to be taking a look back, and now we'll be showing our first time we were both on set in freshman year.
In order to cut down on world hunger, we all have to stop food waste. We could donate food to local food shelters, raise awareness, and much more. It's getting better over time, from everyone helping and donating to local organizations.
You know, Sean Payton, he was the coach of the Saints for forever. You know, it was always Breeze and Peyton. They were like the second Brady and Belichick. You know, they were so, great together. And I'm looking forward to see what he does with Denver. You know, Denver gave up a lot for him. They gave up a first and more for him. You know, that's coaches have rarely ever been traded, but they gave up a lot. So we'll see, what he can do. He's one of the greatest coaches. But, last time he won the Super Bowl in 2009 with the Saints. That was back with Drew Brees, and we'll see what he can do with Russell Wilson.
That was the first time we were ever on set freshman year. I was doing the PSA project talking about world hunger, and you were talking about Sean Payton being traded as the coach of the Saints to the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, you solved world hunger there. That was a great PSA. And, Sean Payton, that obviously didn't work out looking back on it. That was a really bad take by my part.
Yeah. Now we're going to be showing our first show actually together sophomore year talking about sports. And they're going against the Astros, who are starting Framber Valdez, who a lot of fans don't like because obviously he's been involved in cheating scandals and all the Astros, and they've cheated plenty of times. People thought he was using sticky stuff at some point. So, yeah.
So, thanks for watching this week on Rivalry Sports. Hopefully next week we'll talk about another opening day.
Game 4, Derek White had the best game of his career. He had 38 points and 3 blocks. As a Derek White super fan, I mean, there's nothing more I could have asked from him. It was just absolutely incredible. Probably my favorite role player of all time.
Brunson had a great game, leading the Knicks to win, and after the game was even better, and Embiid was complaining about how bad the Philly fans were,
and how the Knicks fans took over Wells Fargo.
We play Cleveland next series. Mobley and Allen. I mean, nothing against Al Horford, but he's like 60 at this point.
And Jalen Brunson, I mean, he has been amazing. Another 40-point game. That's 4 straight 40-point games, and that's the longest streak since Michael Jordan.
Embiid obviously came back. He wasn't 100%. That was quite obvious, but just not a really successful season. Kyle Lowry didn't really do much other than his usual flopping.
It's the second longest all-time behind Jerry West. I mean, he is just playing phenomenal in the playoffs. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play like this in the playoffs.
Yeah, we still talk about, another opening day. That's obviously one of our most quoted lines outside of the set. And that was just a really great show. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just the Celtics winning the championship for you, and I'm hoping the Knicks could do that this year.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We don't know. But, from Sushi Rules to sports, we definitely did talk about it all. So now let's hear what Nick and Ben have to say, summarizing their 4 years of taking TV.
Welcome to mine and Ben's last time sharing the set.
We're going to be taking a look back at some of our past shows, starting with each of our first times on set as freshmen.
3.1 million children have died in a year from starvation. About 11% of the world's population is hungry or lacking nutrition. That's why donating to food shelters really helps.
World hunger is one of the worst things that is currently happening in the world right now. Countries that are affected the most by world hunger are Yemen, Somalia, Central African Republic, and Chad.
For our first time on set, we all did PSAs. Mine was about world hunger.
And mine was about child starvation.
For our next series of clips, we're going to be taking a look at our first time on set together on our first show called Top of the Line.
On the show, we had our own segment dedicated to the NFL, which we carried with us throughout our high school career.
Hello and welcome to Top of the Line, where we will talk about a variety of sports from pro to college football to wrestling to soccer. I'm Nick Lynch.
And I'm Ben Heltzer.
Zach Wilson is just, he can't score points. He can't put up any points on the board for the Jets. And a lot of Jets fans are just, they're getting frustrated with it. Because Zach Wilson, this is his third year in the league. A lot of people think that he could get better, but he just hasn't shown it.
What won them that game was their defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were able to shut down the Raiders' offense, which, we saw Buffalo do last week. So, if you shut down the Raiders' offense, you can win the game.
These past 4 years have really gone by fast.
Thank you for watching us throughout these years. And now we're going to send it to Noah and Jake for a look at their journeys.
Welcome back to the final time Jake and I will be on set together. First, we're going to be showing our first time on set freshman year. So without further ado, let's pan to those clips.
Can I get the 5-day forecast? All right. On Monday, we have 58 degrees and a low of 42. It's going to be a sunny day. Tuesday, it's going to be a little windy and some rain, so 47 degrees and a low of 34. On Wednesday, it'll be rainy, 61 degrees and a low of 47. And on Thursday, it'll start warming up. We'll have 72 degrees with some sun and a low of 63. On Friday, it'll be 78 degrees and a low of 67, so a nice, warm, sunny day. Back to you.
Yeah, I was hitting a little weather recap. It was cool looking back to freshman year, seeing what we looked like, obviously what we turned into now. But now we're going to be throwing it to our first shows from sophomore year. I was talking about football with guys like Smitty and Dean Wilkie.
And I was talking about wrestling.
All right, we got to restart again. Welcome back to Left Bench. I got Dean with me here today, and Smitty talked about hockey with Ryan. So today I got Dean.
All right, we'll be covering 2 games today. First, let's talk about the Cowboys versus the Bills. Not the result the fans wanted. It was just a whooping by the Bills for them.
Yeah, the Bills controlled it from the start. Latavius Murray got in for a touchdown, and then James Cook caught one in the second.
Despite the score, Josh Allen didn't really have a crazy game. He laid 94 yards overall. Along with that, he did have a touchdown for at the end for rushing. And the second quarter was ready, 21-3.
Yeah, nothing crazy for Josh Allen. The biggest performance for the Bills was actually James Cook. He played really good. He was definitely waiting for this one because he's been kind of slow all year. He hasn't really done that much. But 180 rushing yards, 2 total touchdowns, big game out of him.
100%. Otherwise, really, they didn't have much going on offensively throughout that game.
Okay, so as long as Tony Khan doesn't throw fit, I'm sure they'll probably like pop up, but you never know. But yeah, awesome.
I think they finally deserve the WrestleMania moment after 10 years.
Johnny Wrestling and Tommaso Ciampa definitely deserve some main roster success. And like, I know Tommaso Ciampa, I believe, had a run with the U.S. title at one point. It was like, not a lot of people remember it, but I think it was very brief.
Yeah.
Although like I can't be 100% sure because he hasn't done much on the main roster since. Thankfully, he who shall not be named is not with the company anymore, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. But yeah, Awesome Truth, my pick to win.
I respect that. And moving on to our mid-card title matches at WrestleMania, we have, I believe, a triple threat for the U.S. title between Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul. And then for the IC title, we have Gunther versus Sami Zayn. And Chad Gable's kind of been in the background for that, but I don't know what they're going to do with him at WrestleMania. They have him in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah,
Chad. Who do you think stands out among the rest?
I think Justin Jefferson definitely stands out of all of these wide receivers. I mean, he, ever since his rookie year, has just been such an amazing player. I mean, coming up big expectations into the Vikings organization to be the next Randy Moss of that organization. He's definitely stepped up to the challenge, and I really think at the end of his career, he could finish up as one of, if not the greatest receiver of all time.
Wow, I can't believe we're graduating, man. Those 4 years really flew by.
Yeah, I mean, it's a surreal feeling finally being out of this place after the 4 years that we've both been here.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Julia O'Hagan, and today I'm here with
Lauren Freeman.
Starting in freshman year, we did a few projects, one of them being a newscast. One of my favorite shows that I've done is Fashion Friends with Lauren.
Yeah, I also agree. We've had some great times on set interviewing people and rating outfits. I can't believe it's almost over. We've come so far from freshman year.
Yeah, I also liked being able to do 272 Berdan this year. That was also really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Welcome to GEA News. Today we'll be talking about the Wayne Hills gymnastics, cheer, and soccer teams, this week's weather, and latest current conditions.
Do you celebrate Christmas? Do you have a Christmas tree? If so, you should buy some ornaments. With inflation rising at a high rate, it is harder and harder to get new ornaments because ornaments are not a need. So it is hard to get around spending so much money on them. Hi everyone, welcome back to Fashion Friends. I'm Julia O'Hagan.
And I'm Lauren Freeman, and today we will be talking all about the looks from the red carpet at the People's Choice Awards.
The People's Choice Awards are an American award show that recognizes people and entertainment voted online by the general public and all of the fans.
So happy we got to be a part of this great experience.